Victor Osimhen to Chelsea is looking more and more likely by every single day. Napoli have accepted the fee. I'll tell you what it is, but it's not from Chelsea, it's from Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. However, Victor Osimhen and his camp said it's not happening, and they revealed the reasons why they're not going. Oi, when I tell you somebody on his team needs to get sacked, I mean it. Somebody needs to lose their job. Somebody needs to get slapped, in the words of Patrice Evra. Furthermore, we need to start talking about what Chelsea are going to do on the deadline day, apparently. Jadon Sancho, a swap for Raheem Sterling or Ben Chilwell. Yes, reports in Italy are coming out. We're going to tell you that. And I'm asking you nicely, Chelsea. Stop messing around. We don't need it. We genuinely don't. Furthermore, John Obi Mikel. Listen, can we just have one day where John Obi Mikel is not in the news? He's more in the news now than when he used to play. When he used to play, he never used to be in the news. All of a sudden now, every single week, he's beefing a Chelsea player. But now, Jackson's come out and Jackson's stuck it on him. And I need to have my 2 cents on this, because Nicholas, we just won 6-2. Do you think that's necessary? Do you honestly think that's necessary? Finally, Romeo Lavia apparently injured again. Well, he's released a little bit of a hint saying it's not that bad. And finally, the last of all, Noni Madueke scores a hat-trick, and the briefings from the clubs come out. The club has basically confirmed Noni's going nowhere. He's here to stay. Estoy aquí. He's not going anywhere. So what I ask for you guys, for me to deliver all this news for you, is number 1, hit that like button. The more you lot support this channel, the more it starts reaching out to more people. And genuinely, for those of you that watch every day, come on guys, that's the bare minimum you can do. It should be a reaction. You walk in, hit it. It's like when you come home and you wash your hands, right? Hit that like button straight away. You've washed your hands. Secondly, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It's the best way for you to keep up with the latest Chelsea news, and soon there will be more content coming on a different channel that's a sister channel for this regarding other football clubs, so it will start building the Kavkas View brand. Let's get started with the news though. Let's go. This Victor Osimhen deal is an absolute mess. When I tell you Victor needs to sack someone in his organization, because that's what he is, right? He's a footballer, but he's an organization. The amount of money involved in him makes more money than a small SME. Like, genuinely, no, small and medium entities don't make the amount of money that this guy makes on a regular basis. It is ridiculous. So the fact that he's had such poor advice consistently, for me, I would be getting someone's losing the job in it. That's all I'm saying. So what has happened? Yesterday, at nighttime, there was breaking news from Fabrizio Romano. 65 million euros were accepted by Napoli from Al Ahly. For those of you that don't know who Al Ahly is, it is a team in the Saudi Pro League. They want to go and acquire Victor Osimhen. Napoli said, no problem. Take him, Habibi. He is yours, innit? Just give us our money. We want to be done with this once and for all. We're going to sign Romelu Lukaku. We're going to make a little profit as well of selling Victor Osimhen. Happy day. However, today it has come out that Victor Osimhen is not going. Last night there were reports that he wanted a release clause and a huge salary. Which, listen, if I'm going to Saudi Arabia at 25, the bare minimum I want is a release clause and a huge salary. I would want a couple of cars, a couple of houses, and I would want some couple of hospitals built in my name as well. Genuinely serious. Victor Osimhen is going into the prime of his career. However, this is where it gets interesting. His agent today, via Fabrizio Romano, has came out with a statement saying he's got a lot to accomplish in Europe. And I think what has happened is he slept on it. He's heard everything everyone was saying about how they were criticizing him and saying he can't go. And they basically said, we've got a lot to accomplish in Europe. We are not ready to go. What we need is respect, and we need a salary that reflects that. We came 8th in the Ballon d'Or. The fact that 8th in the Ballon d'Or is used to prop this guy up, honestly, this agent needs to lose his job based on that, in my personal opinion, right? This is horrible. This situation stinks, and the winners in this situation will be Chelsea. And people are going to say to me, how are the winners in this situation Chelsea? Guys, yesterday, I had an epiphany, right? You know how all of you say, oh, I don't like Victor Osimhen. I am mean to Victor Osimhen because I don't want Chelsea to give him the crazy weight. And then I said, you know what? If Jackson's on number 9, bruv, just go get Victor Osimhen. He'll slap goals. We need to win those tight games. My problem is, when I found out he could be going to the Saudi club, Al Ahly, I had no reaction. This confirms to me, I don't want this player. Like, genuinely, if we get him, I'll be like, okay, cool, we've got him. But if we don't get him, I won't be upset. So we are stuck in this predicament. We are stuck in this little dilemma now where his agent has put him into this corner. And you lot are going to say, why is his agent putting him in this corner? Your agent is not there to just inflate your value. Your agent is there to build a pathway for your career. Your agent is there to represent you better than you can represent yourself. What has his agent done? Yes, he's got him a great salary at Napoli, but his career is at a standstill now. Napoli don't want him because they can't pay the wages. They only made him sign it so that they can protect their own interests, so that he doesn't go for free. Victor Osimhen doesn't want to stay at Napoli. None of the big clubs in the world want him. People get upset when I say this. Arsenal want a striker. They don't want to pay 65 million euros for him. PSG aren't interested, no matter how much you lot want to tell me. If PSG were interested, 65 million euros, this deal would have been getting done. Real Madrid, Barcelona, have no appetite. Juventus have no appetite. Bayern Munich have no appetite. The only Muppets that have an appetite is Chelsea. And it makes sense why Chelsea want him, because we need a finisher. But 65 million euros and Chelsea still don't want to do it because of the salary. The closer we get to this transfer deadline, the more Victor's gonna have to decide. What's important to you, brother? Sitting out a year of your career and just waiting and getting paid great money? Or do you want to play football and you're willing to take a wage cut? This is going to be very interesting. Grab your popcorn. A lot of you are going to be very upset with me for what I just said here. But for me, I don't think he's worth the 300k. If I'm Chelsea, listen, you're getting a 140, you're getting Enzo Fernandez wages in it. You're getting a low base and the rest of your money is earned via incentives, because I don't think Victor Osimhen is worth that much money. My personal opinion. The next piece of news regarding Jadon Sancho just came out of the blue, right? Chelsea wins 6-2. Joao Felix scores. We got Noni Madueke scoring, Cole Palmer scoring, Jackson scoring. Everyone's happy. Oh, happy days. I'm singing in my living room. I give you guys a nice review. There's a technical glitch. However, this is where it gets absolutely stupid, right? Reports from Di Marzio and Sami Mokbel come out that Chelsea are interested in Jadon Sancho. I was like, what else is new? Then Di Marzio goes, not only are they interested, they're willing to do a swap offer with Sterling or Chilwell, as long as Man United take him. And for me, there is two ways of looking at this. So the first way, it's via the way Chelsea's board are looking at it, right? They're like, okay, Jadon Sancho, 24 years old. He's unhappy at Manchester United. He's a depreciating asset, right? He's an asset that they are basically ruined. However, he went to Dortmund for 6 months, looked good. His wages are ridiculously high. If we can get him to join us, go on a lower salary, the way Joao Felix has, we have got a great asset on our hands. He can play in multiple positions, and in 2 years' time, we can flip him for great money. Happy days, PSR, right? The second way is, what we can get rid of Raheem Sterling and Chilwell in the process. You take our problem, we'll take your problem. It makes sense, right? The problem for me is here, why would this work? Think about it from Jadon Sancho's perspective. Why is Jadon upset at Manchester United? He's not playing. He wants to play guaranteed football. He wants to play on a weekly basis. Now look at our squad. Pedro Neto, left winger. I think Pedro Neto is better than Sancho. Joao Felix can play left wing. I think Joao Felix is better than Jadon Sancho. Number 10, I think Nkunku is better than Jadon Sancho, and I also think Cole Palmer is better than Jadon Sancho. Sancho can play number 10 and would be a great option. However, I don't think he's better than Noni Madueke on the right wing, because I don't think he's as explosive as Noni Madueke. I don't think he's got the eye for goal as Noni Madueke. So now we've got a problem where he'll come in. Is he going to be happy with the Mudryk role? Is he going to be happy with, oh, you know what? I'm a 6th choice. No, he won't be. He will not be happy with that role, because in his head, he should be starting, as he should believe, because this kid is very talented. He needs to go and play. And what Jadon needs to do now, he needs to do the whole decision making that Victor's done. Do I want to be paid handsomely, even more money, and not play football? Or do I want to take a pay cut and go somewhere and be the number 1 option? Because the reality is, this player is very, very talented. And he's made more than enough money, where going from 300k to 150k for this period of time and get Man United to pay him out a bit more should be the decision he's making. But that's not my decision to make. Raheem Sterling and Chilwell, anything to get him off the books. Happy days, right? Furthermore, a quick update on Carney Chukwuemeka. He's basically gone. He's got options. Fabrizio Romano says all these options are on the table. It's a matter of now him deciding where he wants to go. and Chelsea are going to try to get this deal wrapped up, whether it's a loan with an obligation or someone pays us some money for him. It's really sad, but like I've explained on numerous occasions, this is an accumulation of injuries, and that's the problem. Yo, Chelsea win 6-2 against Wolves, and Nicholas Jackson's first reaction is to go and tell STFU, yeah, to a former Chelsea cult hero. So what do we know? We know Nicholas Jackson came out on Instagram and told Mikel to shut the hell up, basically, politely put. You guys can absolutely go and research what he's told him, and this is just not needed. And I understand why he's done it, okay? I'm gonna have to break it down into two segments. The person, the man, the individual, Nicholas Jackson. I totally understand. Mikel's there on BN Sports waffling all day. Oh, Jackson can't strike a ball. Jackson's a horrible footballer. Jackson doesn't do enough. He's not a top striker. As Jackson, as the man, I am hearing this, it makes my blood boil. You're actively trying to get me out of this club, and you're telling me Victor Osimhen should come and take my spot every day on TV. You're talking to my bosses. You're trying to get rid of me. It's personal at this point. It genuinely is. Jackson, the professional. Brother, you don't need to do this. You do not need to do this. Please, stop. We don't need this drama. We won 6-2. Everyone should be saying what Sky's saying about us. We're title contenders. Come on, man. All of a sudden, we're title contenders. We went from billion-dollar bottle jobs to title contenders in a space of 90 minutes, man. Jackson, you do not need to call him out, because I'll tell you what John Obi Mikel's doing now. John Obi Mikel is going to be watching Chelsea games, because he always does, eagle eye. The minute you miss a chance, which we know you will, because all strikers miss chances, and it costs us, because it will cost us, he's going to come out and say, I told you so. I'm not negative. Look at the facts. This is what Mikel's going to do. He's going to dunk on you. And more importantly, you don't need to entertain him, because now he's just going to be going on you even harder, even harder, even harder. He's not going to stop. And that's the reality. I genuinely think Jackson needs to mature a bit more. I do think that. I think this Chelsea squad does have a lot of players that are on social media and are very responsive on social media. And they need to work on that. But it's a part of growing up, man. They're 22, 23 years old. I'm not going to have a massive go at him. Do I agree with it? No, because I'm 28 years old. Like, when I was 23, yo, everything needed to be on social media. I needed to tweet everything. Oh, my God, someone dirty looked me at Sainsbury's when I was walking down the aisle. How dare they? Boom, tweet. Why? Why do I need to do this? You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I just think this whole situation could have been avoided, but Jackson's added so much fuel. Mikel's gonna respond, and I will cover it, I'm telling you. Yo, so we need to talk about the next part now. Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia has picked up a minor hamstring injury, according to Enzo Maresca. It's nothing too serious. And Lavia has himself reiterated that it's not too serious, it's a precautionary measure. This is a problem, because at the moment, the only two midfielders that we have for those double pivot are Caicedo and Enzo, and any inverted fullback that goes in there. Lavia is integral. I think we are going to need him. We're going to have to really use him regularly, and we are dependent on him. We got rid of Ogachukwu to go on loan to Southampton. We've sent Andre Santos to Strasbourg, who scored on his debut again and is looking really good. And Strasbourg, all of a sudden, have got 4 points from 6 games, and everyone's getting gassed about them. However, Romeo's a player that's had a lot of injuries. So the minute he starts picking up a little minor knock or two, we're going to overreact, we're going to panic. Enzo yesterday managed Neto, he managed Nkunku, and they came off the bench, and that is great news. I need him to start managing Lavia, because I didn't appreciate how Romeo Lavia came on for 10 minutes against Napkin FC Saviet. I don't agree with that, man. For me, it really rattled me. You don't need to do that. We're 2-0 up. Why are you bringing him on? This is where Keon Dyer should be coming on. This is where Dewsbury Hall should be playing. This is where Vega should be playing there. Do not use Romeo Lavia. I'm sorry. You just don't need to. The last story today, I'm going to wrap it up quickly because it's not needed to expand on much. Noni Madueke scored a hat-trick, and straight after the game, Enzo Maresca came out and praised him a lot. He said, this is why I like the player. This is why I think he's a very good winger. This is why I want him in my team. And Chelsea released a brief via Fabrizio Romano straight away. he ain't going anywhere. He's not for sale. Like this player, unless a stupid astronomical offer comes in, he's not going anywhere. We knew this was going to happen the minute he scored 3 goals. Noni has got a lot of weaknesses to his game. However, Noni's strengths are there. We can see it. We are slowly starting to buy into what we're getting. And you know what? He's easier to buy into than Mudryk. With Mudryk, you're not seeing any rewards. You're not seeing, oh, this could become consistent. You're seeing, oh, glimpse. Oh, this. With Noni, you're getting rewards. You're winning games because of Noni's outcome. So when you get a bad Noni game, you're like, yo, Noni, you should be better than that. And it's the standards that you want at Chelsea. However, Maresca said something that really caught my eye, and it's something that happened to me. He said on the 90th minute, when I saw him working hard for the ball, that's when I knew he's had a great game. And like for me, the same thing. Yo, when Noni was winning that ball on the 90th minute, I was like, yes, Noni, we're 6-2 up, yeah? But for me, that meant more than his goals, and I'll explain why. I always say, Noni's defensive work translates into his attacking work. When Noni doesn't do his defensive work, he has a poor game attacking. When he does his defensive work, he's up for the game. He destroys players on the attacking end. He is very talented, and he's slowly starting to integrate his right foot into the game. The more he integrates his right foot, he'll get more goals. Because then he can just go down the right. Aiden Nori was just letting him go down your right, and boom. This year he scored 4 goals. 3 of them were with his right foot, 1 with his left. Noni Madueke is a very good footballer, and we need to start giving him praise, but at the same time, we need to keep him measured. This was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed the stories. Like I said, on your way out, hit that like button. It's like coming home. First place you go is the bathroom to wash your hands. Take your shoes off, and then boom, enjoy the rest of the day. In this case, hit that like button. Peace out, I'm out. Have a lovely day.